Military Intelligence Chief Major General Amos Odlin took his leave from the Israeli cabinet Sunday, November 21st, with a stern warning. Tel Aviv will be a front line in the next conflict, he said. Military sources report Syria and Hizballah now possess thousands of surface missiles from Iran with enhanced ranges of up to 300 kilometers, and they are being outfitted by Iranian engineers with guidance systems. The new guided Fatah 110, M600, and Scud D missiles hardware can pinpoint any part of Israel within a 10-meter radius in defiance of Israel's aerial and anti-missile capabilities, says Israel and Western missile experts. Hizballah and Syria have been furnished by Iran with the means for fighting a new, far more comprehensive war. All of Syria's chemical Scud C and D warheads have been converted into guided missiles, and so have the 1,000 Scud Ds kept in Syrian bases near the Lebanese border, ready to push across to Hezbollah in a military confrontation with Israel, which Hassan Nasrallah said 10 days ago he would welcome. During the 3-week war of 2006, Hezbollah launched 500 rockets a day, relying on sheer terrifying numbers against populated areas, mostly in the north, to bring Israeli armed forces low. A dozen a day of the guided long-range weapons would do far more damage, say military resources. Military sources note that Yossi Rubin, former head of the Israel Mission Defense Organization, did not mention Israel's missile and rocket defense systems, the Arrow, the Iron Dome, and David Sling, as able to thwart the new Syrian Hezbollah guided weapons, for good reason. Those systems are not up to intercepting heavy hails of thousands of incoming missiles. Even if only scores reach their targets, the damage would be tremendous. In other news, with Mideast peacekeeping at a standstill, Israel's hardline parliament called a vote Monday to push through a bill that could sink future peace deals with the Palestinians and Syria. The proposed legislation, which appeared headed for approval later in the day, would make it much harder for an Israeli government to cede East Jerusalem and the Golan Heights, captured territories that would be central to any future accords. The legislation would require 80 of Israel's 120 lawmakers to approve any withdrawal from those two areas. Without that supermajority, the government would need to win approval in a binding national referendum. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's cabinet supports the bill. The referendum bill would not apply to the West Bank, also captured in 1967, because Israel has not annexed it. Frankly, both developments are just two more reasons why I believe the peace process must draw to a conclusion sooner than later. With legislation up for a vote and likely approval, that would require a supermajority to approve any future withdrawals from East Jerusalem or the Golan Heights. I have to believe that is going to force the Palestinians back to the table, or risk losing East Jerusalem as their capital in future negotiations. I do see a compromise from the Palestinians being worked out. According to reports, Israel faces a much greater threat from Hezbollah's estimated 13,000 missiles, now equipped with sophisticated guidance systems, than from Iran's possible nuclear program. This next war with Hezbollah will not be a glorified military operation, but an all-out war that will be much more destructive to Israeli infrastructure. Personally, if this war does commence, I have to believe that Israel will have to seize control of Lebanon, but not before Israel pays a heavy toll. Of course, Hezbollah will not be alone in this battle. As you know, it has been reported that Israel has been divided into 4 different quadrants, with Syria, Iran, Hamas, and Hezbollah assigned to a quadrant each. Each group will receive coordination from a Syrian-based headquarters so that no one double bombs a given area, maximizing their strike potential. This is Terry Malone with the Calvary Prophecy Report.